It is Elizabeth Howson with Howson History, and on today's Teaching Tidbits, I'm going to talk about that first day of school activities, that first week of school activities where the students get to know you and you get to know the students. So come along and see what I got for you. So one really important thing to do on that first day of school or that second day, whenever you have that time, is that student information sheet. You need to know, what do the students want to be called? What are they involved in at school? That becomes really important because you can create that relationship and create that dialogue with the students. What are they involved in outside of school? Things like that. I like to keep mine brief because I'm going to get to know the students as the year goes on, but I just need some basic information. Oh, and then my favorite, and the kids love, is what's your favorite music to listen to? Because I love to play music as we're working, and the kids love when their requested songs pop up. So those are good things to have on your student information sheet. Something that I am going to try this year with my student information sheet, and I don't know if I'll do it on the back of the sheet or else I'll do a whole separate sheet, is coloring pages. So on my Instagram, at the end of last year, I had posted this idea I had. I was in the hallway talking to a teacher and I was like, what if? Came up with it and ran and did it in 15 minutes and it was super fun. And so I'm going to try it at the beginning of the year, is I'm going to print out, just go to Google, search coloring pages, 10 random coloring pages, and tell students, hey, you can pick one. You can pick any of the coloring pages. Here's the deal on that coloring pages. Incorporated into the page in different places in the background. As part of it, it has to be incorporated. It can't just be like a separate picture. It has to be a part of it. I want 5 things about you, things that you like, things that you're involved in, things that are important to you, so that I can have that. And so they can work on it, they can color it. It could definitely be a thing for the first week of school where they pull it out later to work on it and color and draw and use it. And then I can take those pictures that they've made, I can hang them up so other people can see. But it was super fun to do with history, so I want to try to do it with my students. A second thing that I also like to do, especially if I am like, ooh, I have this extra time, what can I do to fill it? Is I do a historical would you rather. And so I might ask them a would you rather question, like, would you rather live in a world with only cats or only dogs? And the students, sometimes it's in a group and they might talk and say why, or sometimes we get up and we move across the classroom one side to one side. And then I give them a historical fact, like the fact that at one time, one of our popes declared a war on cats. And so we just do little fun stuff like that. For that first week, I'm trying to hook them. I'm trying to get to that idea that they want to come back, that they want that encore, that they want to keep learning history. When do we really start using our historical skills? Well, a lot of times I'll do this like the second or third day. We do what I call digs in my classroom. I made this up one year. I was like, I need to simplify how we're going to study history. And so I was sitting around, I'm like, ooh, acronyms, digs sounds good. We're going to describe. From that description, we're going to create inferences. From those inferences, we're going to create a generalization, that broad statement. And then from all of that, we'll be able to synthesize based upon our prior knowledge. What can we hypothesize? And so that's where we do our digs. And we use digs all year long. But I'm going to start with the most unscary topic, which is me, the teacher. And so that's where we start with digs. And so what happens is my students are in groups and we'll do some rotation stations and they'll go around and each table will have a box. I love using boxes because it creates that little bit of mystery inside there. And so the rule is always that they can take the lid off the box, but they can't actually take the item out of the box, because when we're rotating around, you want it to be a surprise for the next group. So they can look in it, they can actually touch in it, but they can't take it out. And so I include personal stuff inside my digs, and so they'll go around and the first thing they'll do is they'll describe each thing at the stations. I also like to make sure that I include teaching stuff. Notice I love to use different sized boxes. So like I have a wig and glasses in there. What do you think about her? And then I also make sure that I have stuff about my family and about me at home and those things that I have so that they can talk about. Love using different boxes. They'll go around, they'll describe everything. Then from that description, they'll infer, generalize, and synthesize. That sets up the skill because we're going to use it when we look at all our different topics. When we look at the colonies, we look at the revolution, we look at primary sources, describe it. What can you infer from it? Okay, now generalize, and then let's synthesize. Does it with an easy topic that's not scary for the students. Those were just a few ideas for that first week. First day of school. I hope they're going to help you. Let me know what you're going to use. Also, make sure you check down below because I'm going to have that would you rather in there for you to get. Bye.